Wow.
You guys,
Episode 122.
I'm excited.
122nd episode.
We're joined by Mr. Tanner Beard,
Tanner Beard.
right? And if you don't know where he's from, but you should by now, it was on Holy Moly. It's a putt golf contest, but with a twist. Here's the twist. They make them do all these Fall Guys type, I don't know. Do you know what Fall Guys is, by the way?
It's Stunt Guys?
No, the video game.
No,
It's
Fall
a new
Guys.
video game.
It's a
Called
video
Fall
game.
Guys. It's basically what you did on the
It's
show.
basically what you've gone through, basically. So it's like an obstacle course, and where at the end of this obstacle course, you got to play like a putt golf round. And you won the show, right? Because I tried to watch it on YouTube, and the cuts were very, very off. So it didn't tell me whether.
I fortunately was lucky enough to win the entire episode, and
Yeah.
Amazing.
So that was pretty cool.
Congrats.
That was amazing, honestly, because I enjoyed your episode specifically. Like, they're like the white buffalo. I was expecting some old guy from Texas, and then this like huge guy walks on with. Sorry, yeah, it's like, and I was like, the white buffalo. Okay, now I'm interested. Let's see what's going on here, right? And I was dying throughout the whole episode. Like, I was just like, okay, I have to get this out of the way since we're early on in the episode. Is it true you repeated the 7th grade 4 times, or were they just making shit up?
No, it's true. I have friends that are assholes, but
oh my god, bro, your friends are really assholes.
no, they were great. Josh Jamal was, being pretty hilarious up in the booth. I think to hang out with Rob Riggle, you got to be quick. You got to throw jokes. And we have a great group of friends. We love to gamble with each other, pick on each other. We're a bunch of crazy friends that love each other dearly. So him giving me shit in the booth was actually really funny.
I mean, I can't lie. I died laughing because I was like, if this is true, whoever told him that information is really an asshole. And if like this is not true, like that's just funny all around.
No, we handled 7th grade just fine the first time.
I'm glad you did. That's good. Good on you. Okay, so what is it that you do like as a job? Or is it
I moved out to LA when I was 18 from Snyder, Texas, which is home of the White Buffalo. That's hence the nickname. But I came out there as an actor, a filmmaker. I went to the New York Film Academy at Universal Studios, which Ali, you might probably know where that is. Mm-hmm. Anyway, man, I try to act in a movie or two or TV show a year if I can. I have a production company. I've produced, over 30 movies.
Yeah.
Wow.
With even the likes of Christian Bale.
What?
Natalie Portman.
Wait, what movies? What Terrence Malick, what do you do?
I produced a movie called Night of Cups. Into Our Voyage of Time. We did a few. Song to Song.
Song to Song. That's in Texas.
That was filmed in Texas.
You were there on set when?
Man, they filmed the entire thing right there in Austin. Hell, some of the shooting even went on at Austin city limits. But my production company was based in Austin and in Los Angeles for a long time.
All right.
And then, man, like I said, acted a few pictures. You could check out one of my movies on Netflix right now. It's called We Summon the Darkness. It's with Alexandra Daddario and Johnny Knoxville, Kean Johnson, Austin Swift.
Link of that movie in the description below. I'm watching it tonight because, wow, that's a lot of names and out of left field. So that's that's very impressive.
It's very
one movie I'm kind of excited about. COVID's been really tough this year for my industry, the movie business. Interestingly enough, I've tried to find things to do with there not being any work to try to recreate it. But one kind of thing I'm excited to talk about a little bit is a movie, my first movie I ever made. I wrote, directed, and was in it as well. It's called Legend of Hell's Gate. It's kind of my love letter back to Texas. And that 10-year anniversary movie, a 10-year director's cut, it's probably why I'm excited about it, because it's like my cut that I tried to make 10 years ago is just now coming out in 2021.
All right.
So, nice.
You
heard it here first.
2021. Where is it going to be out, Tanner? Where can we find it?
I'm not sure exactly the date it's going to be out for 2021. Like I said, we're in post. Reworking a movie that was made 10 years ago. But it's cool. It's all new footage. Some of the takes and stuff. It's just kind of finally got the rights back so I can make my version and put it out. And then last shameless self-promotion, a movie I did called Six Bullets to Hell, which we actually shot in Europe on the sets of like The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Once Upon a Time in the West, you know, Fistful of Dollars, all those amazing sets of Sergio Leone. We made a movie called Six Bullets to Hell that we brought to America last year, but only on DVD. It is now going to VOD very soon. So that's, you know, kind of older stuff, but it's exciting for us to be able to talk about
That's
it.
amazing.
Just the quarantine period. So
I mean,
the titles itself is actually really good. So you got the Gate. What was it? Gateway to Hell, or
The Legend of Hell's Gate.
Legend of Hell's Gate, right? And then Six Bullets to Hell.
Yeah, a lot of hell.
a lot of hell. That's funny.
But they're cool movies. Those spaghetti westerns, a lot of times.
All right. Why does it take so long to come out? You said, like, each movie.
Well, it's out technically. I think for us, it was a European western, and it did really well over there. My production company helped bring it to DVD here in the States.
All right.
But there was a company that had gone down that was kind of a self-distribution platform where we were able to put it on VOD, and it sadly didn't make it through COVID. So we're now redistributing it on video on demand, but those things take time. You know, you can't just be like, boom, and we're on Netflix.
I mean, here's my question to the filmmakers of this episode. What's DOD, VOD, and all this? Because I don't do filmmaking.
Video on demand. Essentially,
video on demand.
You can watch it in your living room at your leisure.
All right, and DOD is?
DVD.
Oh, DVD. All right. No, I mean, I know what that is. Don't get me wrong. It's just
You're pretty far away. Some of the letters may got misconstrued and making their way to your location.
I mean, English is not my first language, so, you know.
You speak it better than I do, so.
Fair, I guess. I don't know. Sure. Right. But the real, like, what I really want to talk to you about was, obviously I said it already, it's your expertise in golf. Dude, how are you this good? Like, did you practice before you went on the show, or what happened?
Well, I would go to mini golf holes and just be like, all right, let's get with the program here. You know, you're going to be putting over humps. You don't do that on the golf course. You know,
True.
You don't go to your public golf course and run through windmills. But I will say the physical aspect of it, there's no way to really prep for that because you have no idea what you're getting into. You can try to watch, you know, previous episodes of the show. It's in its second season. So, you know, I made a list of holes that I hope I didn't have to play. And I played every single one of those.
Oh, so, wow.
I was like, please don't give me slip and putt. Like, there's no way to look cool playing that hole. Please don't give me the windmills. There's just no way my big ass is going
to Dude, did it hurt when you got smacked in the face by the windmill? Was it like...
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, my God. Because I watched it, I was like, yo, he actually got hurt. Like, that hurts.
I got booted into the water by a giant windmill blade. Yeah, that hurt.
I mean... my bad for asking a retarded question.
No, it's a great question.
But like, I was just super surprised because you took it like a boxer. You took it like a champ. You were like, okay.
Well, you just felt, was the water cold?
Freezing cold. Yeah. They come and grab you pretty quick with the right precautionary elements just so you don't go into hypothermia or anything like that.
All right.
Because it's filmed at night in February. Oh, well, actually, this was in March. It starts in February. I filmed actually in the first part of March. And guys, literally, this was a few days before, like, we finished wrapping. The reason that, you know, I can kind of talk about it now, a lot of the reason that we were animated at the end of the episodes is, unfortunately, we just, due to, you know, the coronavirus coming in, we had to take precautions, and we weren't able to, like, you know, finish out the show with Steph Curry like I think everybody initially intended to. But I liked being animated. I thought it was kind of cool. But, like, literally, I remember being, you know, in my own home with my own device, sending in some audio to be able to finish the show. So hats off to ABC and all the producers for being able to even finish that show. As, you know, a few days after it completely wrapped, we were all in our houses for 3 months, you know.
I mean, yeah. So how was dealing with COVID, like, and the show? So you said that it was starting to get to the States, right? But
Well,
you had to
yeah,
wrap up pretty early.
Yeah, it's one of those things like you've heard about, like, hey, there may be this virus that's coming in, but like,
Because
we
I
just
remember.
don't know enough about it. It was literally in its infancy of knowledge for us, and then, like I said, once it hit so hard, it was like, and everybody go home. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I think they had just wrapped the show. We were actually.
Internet. Yep.
So they kept us on a veil for a few weeks after it was over.
Can you just rewind? Your internet kind of cut off there, and we couldn't really hear what you were saying.
Oh yeah, all right. I see it's coming.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's much better now.
Are we back?
Yep, you're back.
Okay.
You're good.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, just we were lucky to finish when we did, for sure.
That's pretty cool. Because Ali, where were you when COVID was like still,
I was in Los Angeles, and I mean, especially in this, it became a ghost town real quick. It changed 180. It was like this big city. It came right after the Oscars, so like all of Hollywood was so busy, and there was people around. And then COVID struck, and then now it's just like empty. All the stores shut down.
I was in university. We were doing the heart and like stuff like that. And then I remember our lecture got interrupted because like a senior staff from the hospital came, and he was like, so we have a new pandemic on the rise. And we were just like, what are you talking about? And he's like, it's called SARS-CoV. And he was just like explaining to us everything and all that is required of us to do. It was so crazy. It felt like he was announcing a war.
Oh, wow.
Which technically for, doctors, it kind of is. But not really.
This is a war for doctors. That's true. War against the microbes.
Like literally, these soldiers. It's like they're riding on the back of the bus, and like they're getting explained the tactics of how they're gonna do stuff. Yeah. It was literally the same.
But
like the doctor who was teaching us, like the professor who was teaching us had to stop because he knew who was coming in. We were confused. We were like, why did he stop? This old man just walks to the front of the podium, takes over the mic, and he's like, for those of you who don't know me, my name is, and he just started explaining everything, and we were just like, oh, so this is really happening. Okay. that's cool.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, pretty much. It's not a joke. Anyways, I divert. So where was I? What was I going to ask?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we have this segment, and just like I told you before we film, we're not like any other podcast. We have this segment where we ask you what was going through your mind while watching the show, the episode, right? So
review.
We're probably going to get copy striked for doing this. And if we do, oh well.
It's worth it.
But it's super worth it, right?
Yeah.
The internet. Everybody can do what they want, right?
There we go. So 2 minutes into the show, right about here.
In the season finale.
I think the sound is being
$1,000. You
being shared. Okay. So this is the prize, right? And
but first, let's go to our course reporter, Jeannie Mai, to tell us about tonight's opening hole.
So
guys,
I'll do a brief
this
explanation.
to the top of their ball through the.
There he is. There's our guy.
And there,
Basically, the point of this was to get to the top of a slippery slide, right?
Yeah, slip and putt.
Sorry?
It's the slip and putt.
Yeah, the name of the hole, slip and putt. Yeah.
Oh, okay, slip and fun, right? As soon as you got up, you had to take turns putting on a golf ball, trying to get it as close to the hole or in it, right?
Oh yeah.
That was.
So you make it up, and the first person that gets up to the top, they get a better ball position. Like they can pretty much hit it right through the polar bear's legs. The second player has to hit it up and over, which is a far more difficult shot, which obviously was my shot. But we both made it down. Both made it down in two, and getting up there was a different story. That was quite difficult.
Yep.
Funny enough, though, right here. So I had some great friends and family that came to support me on the show.
Yep.
Right before we went on, in the crowd, I hear like, "Hey, kapsst, kapsst." And like I'm like looking over and like, what is it? And it's my buddy Zac Efron, who's obviously pretty world renowned. A lot of people know who that is.
I mean, if you don't know what Zac Efron is, you either A, have a shitty childhood, or B, are just living under a rock. So yeah, sorry, keep going.
No, all good. Yeah, but anyway, so my buddy, Efron was there, and I was just like, dude, what are you doing here? Like, it was a surprise, that he kind of came to support me. But, even the producers were like, Zac Efron's here? Zac Efron's here?
Yeah.
But it kind of puts a target on my back. You know what I mean? Now I'm
Oh.
like a guy with like, oh, you got all your celebrity friends. I'm like, no, this show is shot in LA. I've been living in LA for 15 years. I'm in the industry.
Mhm.
I'm here playing for a charity. My friends came to support me. But it did kind of zero in, like people were like, who's this son of a bitch? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I definitely didn't want to lose this hole. And see, I got really lucky by the end of it. But
I mean, you came in clutch. When they were saying, "Oh, Zac Efron was here," I thought they were just making a joke or something like
Yeah.
they were just, But now that you're telling me Zac Efron was literally there, because like you'll see now the cut of this, particularly because this is the one I watched, so the cut isn't really very well done. So it's very all over the place. But I still really enjoyed it. So here we go.
Of mini golf.
Probably an insult to Shania Twain.
Yes.
I mean, Shania is a beautiful, talented person.
All right,
Not to say
you
Tanner
all
isn't,
ready to go?
but he isn't.
So it's long driver Mary
right.
Driscoll against
When do they do this? I've always wanted to know. Like the whole stare down.
You pop into a little green screen room as part of like your cycle. You'll go and you'll talk in front of the camera, tell them who you are. Then you go in, you do like a few poses and stuff, so they're able to get the transitions for the show. And it's kind of fun, I'm not much of a model, but you get to kind of do your
Bro, you're looking pretty good down there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that's actually a really good pose. But is there like specific stuff you're not allowed to do?
There's so many different people directing you in every which way. They have that show down to a science, so you feel like you're in pretty good hands. Yeah, I'm sure if like somebody acted out, they'd be like, "Pump the brakes, pal."
Unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate to hear. Because if it was me, I would have put up the middle finger.
Family show.
I'm here, dude. The stuff they've been saying, ain't no way this is a family show. But if you say it is, then it's ABC, right?
It is ABC.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because we don't have that here in Kuwait. It's just YouTube.
against filmmaker Tanner Beard.
All right, there he is.
I'm Tanner Beard
These are
from
your
Snyder,
friends,
Texas,
right?
and I'm known as the White Buffalo. I'm a filmmaker for a nonprofit organization, the Mammoth Media Institute. We're doing our best to spread film education for kids. I'm a pretty nice guy, but when it comes to being out on the golf course, I'm taking home the gold, taking home the jacket, and I'm taking home that check.
My name is Mary Driscoll, and I'm married. That's scary for my short game.
Mary Driscoll with her boyfriend Jim watching on.
So everyone wearing a cowboy hat and aviators are your crew, right? Your family, your
Cool.
friends.
That's actually our logo for the Mammoth Film Festival.
Oh, that's what that is.
The charity I was playing on behalf of. So it was nice that everybody came out to support and wore the, we were kind of Team Mammoth Film Festival out there.
I see.
I mean, that's amazing. So the money that you won, you gave it all to charity, right?
I was playing on behalf of our charity. We have a nonprofit set up. We run a film festival in Mammoth Lakes, California, the Mammoth Film Festival. We're only in our third year. We were the last film festival to go in the nation before. Well, actually, I don't think another film festival's gone in America.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't do it. So, it was pretty cool to be able to play on behalf of that. But I was playing from the get-go. This movie me coming out there was never Tanner Beard. It was about Mammoth Film Festival. So
I mean, that's amazing, and you guys did a pretty good job of basically showing.
Yeah, showing. What's that? That's the logo for the.
Yeah, so it's a gondola with a film strip in it. The gondola kind of it's a mountain town. It's kind of like a mini Sundance, just for terms of Mammoth Lakes. So that's our cool logo, but it was nice to see it on national television. It's pretty cool.
I mean, it's really cool. Yeah, that's well done for doing that. That was a smart move on you. Yeah. So let's keep going with this.
Tanner Beard with so many family and friends here to.
Like right here, you walking around.
This just had excitement level. That was my first hole. We were on the show. It was just really cool and encouraging to see how many people came out to support. And I just I'm just smiling ear to ear here. And I'm also nervous as shit because I know that they just put tons of that goop on the slip and putt on the actual hole. And I knew as soon as I stepped in there, I stepped into a puddle up to my ankles of that stuff. And I was like, I'm already slippery. And they put on shoes. They gave me shoes that have no traction at the bottom because they really I'm not even wearing my shoes. Which a few of my friends noticed. They were like, what shoes were those? And I was like, I don't know, dude. They're like from Dollar General. And they don't have, any traction whatsoever.
So they gave you shoes on purpose that were like zero traction.
I think
Top
they
of
just
that,
leveled the playing field. I think they gave everybody shoes.
Same shoes.
But, you
I
know,
see.
that way not one person has golf cleats or something so they can just tear up the track to get up there. They leveled the playing field. They want each person to, you know, struggle the most.
It's either all of you or none of you.
Yeah,
Good to know.
Doesn't get to struggle more than the other.
All right, well, here we go.
With so many family and friends here to
Oh
support
my
him.
God! Go back!
That's Zac
That's Zac
Efron right
Efron!
there.
That is Zac Efron.
Oh!
Zac Efron is here to support his friend Tanner Beard.
Oh!
Zac Efron, who's yelling
he's
out
yelling
support.
encouragement to
He's
his
yelling
friend.
out encouragement for Tanner Beard.
Was he yelling out encouragement?
You know, if he was, I was pretty in tune to trying to get up that mountain. I didn't hear it. I just heard roar.
I mean, but since you know him pretty well, because I know if my friends were there, they wouldn't have yelled encouragement. They would have
What?
made fun of me the whole way through.
Make fun of you.
I mean, you can see him. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
having a good time. I mean, if I got to watch any one of my friends have to do what I did, I'd be laughing hysterically.
I mean, honestly, I would too. Like, it's just a good opportunity, you know? Especially with my friends, everyone's been really covering their tracks just to not be made fun of, and it's been a while since anyone, you know, got made fun of. So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friends. They know who they are.
And
Anyways.
my friend Ashley Green and Paul Corey right there. So they wore their big fluffy jackets that we got at Mammoth Film Festival from this company called Spirit Hood. So it all kind of worked with the Buffalo theme.
Amazing. That's
I wish
so
he
cool.
didn't have the hood up because I can't see all of them, but at the same time, having the hood up makes him feel more famous.
Ashley Green is also here, known for her role on Twilight.
Best night ever!
We got a job to do right now.
All
Here we
right,
go.
So here you are, right? Focused as ever.
Yeah, this is
Looking
where
at the track.
I was set up for disaster. there's no way to look cool going up this mountain when you're falling down it.
Yeah, honestly, my favorite part of it was the hair flick that you did later on. We'll see it now.
And they're out of the gates!
Oh, there you are.
Oh, already slip slide away.
It's like impossible to get up there.
Let me get back to her.
Yeah.
Here's
There it is,
Tanner.
and the hair
Oh!
flick. Honestly, were you like, oh shit, when you
defeat, just already, just like my
Yeah,
God,
that pose.
not going
Exactly.
well.
yeah, you're just like, oh shit, I really have to do this.
I was like, it's gonna be a long day alone time.
Good for you.
You don't dive that early, Tanner. Let's just say he
Yes.
doesn't impress me much.
No.
Any thoughts or opinions on that? He doesn't impress me
you're
much.
referencing my Shania Twain joke. So what I think is funny is somebody was like, I said one time, I'm like the Shania Twain of comedy, which just juxtaposition of that cracks me up. But they were
Yeah,
like,
it was.
tell us about your mini golf. And I was like, you know, I'm like the Shania Twain of mini golf. And then they kind of made it as like this, like, well, he's the Shania Twain of mini golf. And I'm like, I'm hilarious. That's what it is. We're getting things confused here. Rob Riggle knows how to
He's
do it.
hilarious. He
He
is
knows
He
how to-
is.
how to twist it once he does it.
savage.
Is the
There's
there you
Tanner.
are. Question:
Uh-oh.
Did you push her by any
Tanner
chance?
wants to take a different path. He may have a shot here.
You did,
I
didn't
was
you?
looking for any way to get up that mountain. I know that.
I mean, honestly, I'm glad you're brave enough
There
to
goes
do
Mary.
it. Because if it was me, I would be like, did I
Mary,
push
she's
her?
going for it. She gets
Got
it.
it. She-
Mary Driscoll
Oh,
gets
look
to
at
the
this.
top of slip and putt. Scary Mary puts fear into Tanner Beard. And look at Mary Driscoll, the sportsmanship.
That is sportsmanship, though. That is well.
Yep.
You got pulled up by a soccer mom. How do you feel?
I would have done it 1,000 times over. Grandma could have pulled me up, but I'd just been happy to get on top of that thing.
Was it that she was strong, or was it that there was no friction to, counteract?
There would have been no way on God's green earth I could have ever got up on that mountain without that rope, and probably the help of her. It was a little salt on the wound to get pulled up by her because I could have done it on my own. But it's just her being a good sportsman, good sportsmanship. She already won the hole. Let's move on. It was great sportsmanship on her part.
Good on her, honestly.
And
Shout out to
far
her.
more even more embarrassing for myself, which humility played a big role getting to the final hole of Nefertiti on this whole event.
I mean, here we go.
Well done.
You were up there.
More importantly, what does Zach think about all this?
You're obsessed with Zac Efron.
I'm a fan. Okay, I like him.
So Tanner Beard, second to get up to the glacier top.
Go up and through the legs of the polar bear, where she just has to get to the polar bear. So I'm kind of in the penalty here.
I see.
But those buffalo logos, they look really nice.
They do. That's why I said, like, I didn't want to get the hat just because it was worn by, the Tanner Beard. It's also because they actually really look good,
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
So they're your designs.
So little fun fact, that hat that I'm wearing there, that hat is sadly no longer with us. It was at the bottom of the Shark Tank for about 2 weeks.
Wow.
But I had 2 of them made, and this is actually the second one, the one that I finished out the tournament with. But I lost my hat in the shark hole. So little fun trivia for you.
I think that's going to be the title of this episode. I lost my hat in the shark hole. That's just it.
I lost my hat on the shark hole.
I mean, that's just like
pretty good.
I tried to Indiana Jones it. If we show that part of the video, I'll show you where I tried to like be cool and grab my hat out of the water and put it back on like Indiana Jones.
Oh,
But I was like, I can't do that. I gotta just I don't want to sacrifice doing something stupid for $250,000 chance right now. So I left it cool in the closet. And,
that was a good call on you. I'm not gonna lie. Like
I hope so, because I wanted to be awesome. I was like, no,
and just grab it and just
Grab it.
do that shit right there. Like that's not bad. Okay, so
The more compromised ball position here.
He has a motto. Apparently, it's when you come to see me play, you might have paid for the whole seat, but you're just going to use the edge of it.
I'm sitting back firmly, back against support.
did you really say that, by the way?
Yeah, I said that in my interview.
I mean, you know what? That was a pretty
the whole
cool.
secret. You'll only use the edge of it. I say
It's
it's
not
more
bad.
like a 1940s radio announcer, which gives it a little bit more clout. I think.
That was good. So
Here.
here we go.
I'm
I
a
know
little on edge. I got to be honest.
I
Yeah.
have to say this. To the people watching right now and listening, I know I've been pausing a lot, but honestly, come on, you can't blame me right now. Like, you don't understand how cool this is. Like, honestly, just leave me be. All right, again,
A lot of fun.
Liz. There you go.
Oh,
And he does.
He does it.
He may actually end up with a good position here. Gives a
Sorry, come again?
I was just saying, I see what you mean by the cuts are a little jumpy on the YouTube.
Yeah, they are. Very, very jumpy, and it's like all over the place.
and it'll be to the right side pin high.
Not bad.
What's
So
she
now
doing?
Mary Driscoll with a chance to be on the green in 1. And Scary Mary rolled it down. Right over the cup.
And she doesn't.
Nearly took the bounce
Honestly,
in.
I thought she did make it. I was
But
like,
she will have an
That's close.
easy effort to card a 2. And now
slide
both
down.
will sit on our keister and come down the mountain.
Was it a fun ride to go down that, or was it super?
Man, I was just so happy to be putting instead of doing more physical activity.
Physical activity, yeah, just climbing things.
Yeah, it was kind of fun though. I was like, I at least want to look cool sliding down this, because I've seen people, kind of not take that descent so well. So it was, I was just like, all right. But I was just excited to get onto the putting. I knew that right off the bat, looking at where she was, I actually thought I was kind of done here. I was like, well, hey, you know what? I had my friends and family come. I'd already said my piece with the show at this point, so.
Whatever happens, happens.
I was just like, yeah, I have nothing to lose at this point. I've already won by being here, which is a good mental, good way to talk yourself into it mentally.
Yep. Anyways, so here we go.
She's got a tap
That's
in,
her.
whereas Tanner's
And the
got
yellow ball
about a
was
10-footer,
you.
maybe a 15-footer. I'm not sure. I didn't finish school.
And
And there it is. Very well played.
Tap in.
you what? I couldn't hear you, by the way.
I let her tap in. Just she was so close. I was like, go ahead and tap it in. I'll take this putt. I'll take my time with it.
All right, fair.
By Mary Driscoll as she cards a 2. And now all the pressure is on Tanner Beard. Miss it, and Mary Driscoll advances to round 2. Everything on the line here.
You needed the clutch. There you are.
Yeah.
And there's the hole.
I feel good. I got my trusty Scotty Cameron in my hand. It's a pretty big putt. I'd say about 11 feet or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then just.
You knew you'd probably make this, right? Like from this distance?
You know, man, I have.
Yeah.
You realize you're on national television. Like, if you miss, you're going home. And I was just like, just trust the putt. You know, I lined it up. I had ability to line it up. And I was like, just trust your own physical, strength. I've been playing golf since 1997. So you just hope that you can not look like a fool.
I mean, that's like way before me and this guy down here were even born. So
been golfing long.
Fair.
Trust your instincts.
Trust your instincts. And well, see, it's very jumpy, so it doesn't show. But they do a replay here.
Wow, was that clutch?
Right? And there you go.
Amazing with a clutch.
With a clutch.
Amazing. That was really, really good.
Yeah, that felt pretty good. And I was completely out of breath. I was just like, no, my God, what did I get myself into? So, but hey, on to the next hole. Actually, so it wasn't on to the next hole. We had a playoff because we both had a 3 on that hole. So we had to do a little quick playoff. And she missed her putt and I made mine. And that took us to the next hole.
I see. Wait, and that's not on the show? Do they not show it?
Yeah, it was on the show.
All right, they show it? All right, cool. Right.
Well, they kind of don't show it here.
Maybe in that clip.
Which is, unfortunate. But like...
Yeah, this looks like kind of a YouTube Cliff's Notes of
what happened.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find I wrote it down, but it turns out I wrote it down wrong. Which is really annoying.
How do you end up on this show?
Good question. So with our film festival, we actually have a charity golf tournament that we do. We did it last October, and I kind of created a golf account. So I have my Instagram, just at Tanner Beard, but I started doing so much more stuff in golf. I just wanted to keep my kind of acting stuff separate because I knew that we might be able to do some really cool stuff with our tournament in golf and different brands. I just wanted to keep those two things separate. So I made a Tanner Beard golf account and was just, kind of showing different courses to play, I get to play with like some pretty cool people, some celebrities and stuff sometime. And just kind of wanted to keep that separate. And casting director of Holy Moly and ABC called me and she's like, hey, I was just looking at your Instagram account. Like, you seem like a really interesting personality. Would you want to come and, not audition for the show, but put yourself on tape to be included? Right. And then they kind of decided like, well, we're not really taking people from the movie business, the industry. And that's when I said, well, I'd like to play on behalf of my, 501c3 nonprofit rather than just Tanner Beard, the actor, going and playing in Holy Moly. Let me go and play on behalf of our charity and let me play for them, not for me. And then it's more about the bigger picture. And they really loved that idea. And, who does, I just got lucky. I still had to go and follow my face in front of the world, but champagne.
I mean, end of the day, you made it on, and like it was such a good episode. And honestly, I'm like, I don't know what to say. It's amazing. It really is amazing.
I'm sure ABC was really excited about adding me to their roster because I came with an unscripted onslaught of people that they were really excited to see. So you're welcome.
You're welcome, ABC. You're welcome. And because of that, you're not copy striking this video.
No. Yeah.
Got you, Zac Efron.
It's commentary.
Well, it's on YouTube. You can do whatever you want. It's the internet.
That's not really how it works.
Taken down before.
Don't quote me on that. I'm not a lawyer.
Don't quote me on it.
Listen, nothing we say on the show is real unless we announce that it's a serious episode. So you can just say whatever you want. Yeah, it's kind of the premise of the show.
Don't take medical advice from us.
Yeah, I mean, don't take medical advice from me until I graduate. Nothing said here is serious unless it's a serious episode. So here we go. This was the famous shark hole or shark swimming around the hole. I don't know what you call it, but you know the premise. So obviously,
I think was the correct name. Putt the plank.
Putt the plank, yeah, because there you are right here, right? You're just like, wow, I actually made it, and you can, it's pretty cool. So here we go. Oh, here, let me put the sound on.
Second eye patch being delivered by course marshal Joe. It's interesting because the crowd really rallies a lot of support for Tanner Beard. A lot of celebrity.
That I've seen this guy's face before, but I don't know where.
Because the crowd really rallies a lot of support for Tanner Beard.
This guy right here.
Yeah, that's my buddy Josh. Josh Duhamel. Man, he's been in so many things. Buddy Games is coming out soon. He was in Transformers. A show called Vegas. He's won a date with Tad Hamilton. He's very successful. Been working a long time, and he's just outstanding gentleman.
I can tell. But yeah, I knew I've seen him
friends. Zac Efron was out here earlier tonight. Oh, and now Josh Duhamel is out here to see Tanner Beard.
Look how handsome he is. Oh.
Tanner Beard.
So what were you telling him there when you were trying to like hold the...
Yes, he has 2 eye patches on, which means he can't see anything. So you have to line up the shot for him and then just really hope for the best. This what makes this hole extremely more difficult because now where you're in control of your putts, your ball, your destiny of trying to win this money is now put into somebody else's hands. And I understand that that's part of the challenge of the hole, but man, that it really makes it tough to where, after he hit my shot, it was literally up against the lip of the course and in the sand. There was just no good way to hit that. Had I hit the ball right there, I'd be totally fine with the outcome. But the fact that somebody else hit the ball right there and made it impossible for me to make a putt, it's hard to swallow because everybody's out there to compete. Everybody's out there to win. And the gentleman I was playing, he made a hell of a shot out of the sand, but give me that shot at least. You know what I mean? I'll take that one. Let me both have the same putt. But that's what makes it challenging.
I guess. I mean, it all rested on his hands, which I can see is very, very annoying.
It's cool, and I get it. Makes for great television, but as an athlete, so to speak, give me the ball. Let me get the victory if I make it. Let me have the defeat if I don't, because I'll take them both.
Yeah, it's very well said. All right,
we're fine. We're talking about mini golf.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah. Here. So, well, he's over here fanboying. You're literally like, please God, don't.
You got it all day.
We gotta do the whole here.
Josh is like he's like 50 yards away.
Josh Duhamel is. Josh Duhamel's watching Tanner Beard right now. This is where the focus should be.
I gotta go.
Here's Tanner. Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm not missing this. I'm not missing this opportunity. This opportunity
for what? Where you just totally abandoning me here. All right, Captain Long John.
Just cover for me.
Gotcha. Okay, so here's Captain Long John Lovitz chipping over the lagoon for Tanner Beard, and it goes dead center in the sand. Garrett.
All right, we're gonna skip this guy because obviously he fucks up a fall. And like you, here we go.
There you go, swimming.
So you made the jump.
He did it!
Yeah, you're like, screw it. That was it, right?
Yeah,
when you were like,
yeah, you almost see me start to reach down for the hat. I didn't grab it though.
That's something.
But on this dock, I obviously failed to do anyway.
Okay, so what went wrong here?
There's nothing to like leverage yourself to push you up on this dock. There's just no way to get up there. It's so like if you don't hit roughly in the mid center of that thing. I saw a few other people now that I had the ability to watch the show. I wasn't the only one that kind of came up on the dock short and slid off. So it was. I was about to sneeze. Excuse me. Goodness. Yeah. I was just gonna sneeze on your show.
Virus.
Yeah, once you find that you're slipping off that dock, there's nothing to grab onto. You know what I mean? So pretty rough situation. But
did you like train like athletically before this? Like were you like running?
No, I was running our film festival up until the day I flew out to go to Holy Moly. We were literally Mammoth Film Festival 2020 was going on days before that. So I came in there with zero sleep.
Yeah.
And running an entire film festival with 7,000 people in it.
Yeah, you just want to rest after that.
Yeah, I was. I slept a few days after this show was over. That's for sure.
Oh man, those are the best kinds of sleep. Not even gonna lie.
I was like, nobody's coming here for 16 hours.
Okay, so you can leverage yourself here, and what happened? Because they don't show.
This grip, it's a stroke.
So this is actually what happened. I keep digging, and then over the loudspeaker, you hear, you're good, which I'm thinking like, okay, maybe because I'm halfway up on the dock, maybe they're just kind of like, you made it to the dock. And then later on, they were kind of like, no, we meant like you're good, you're in the water. Because I think I would have kept digging, and I actually saw another person. They went around the dock and used the rope to get up, and I was like, I didn't think you could do that. Either way, I took my medicine, I took the stroke penalty, and I moved on with the hole.
All right, so
Penalty. Come on, get up there. Tanner's a big guy. Can he pull his weight up? Come on, Tanner.
he's like, oh, for the love of God.
He has to find a way.
He's actually there.
That is a stroke penalty. And Riggle has gone total fanboy on us. Look at him. Look at Riggle. Will somebody please go get... Is he smelling him? If ever there was restraining order material, you are seeing it right here on Holy Moly. He just picked a piece of Josh Duhamel's coat off. You bring one movie star to Holy Moly and he loses his mind. Yeah, double thumbs up. How about you get back to work with me? Meanwhile, both Garrett and Tanner lie too in the trap on Putt the Plank.
And obviously
One's for you,
it.
Rob and Joe.
Here's Garrett.
Oh, now I understand what you meant by when you said on the lip of the green. So it's like right here. That's your ball, right?
Yeah. And there's, you know, obviously where the course ends and where the sand begins, there's like this, you know, it's like going right up to the curb of your street and trying to putt a golf ball. It's like, where the hell's that ball going to go after you hit it? There's no way to know. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like I needed a sand wedge to get out of there.
That's true. And I know what that term is because of Wii Sports, just saying.
Incredible putt to card of great Tanner Beard and his celebrity friends.
Did that not annoy you when they keep mentioning like and his celebrity friends?
You know, I signed up to be on the show. I was concentrating on my game out there. I'm kind of desensitized to it, not to sound too cool, but like I'm known, you know, we're all, you know, it's Hollywood, man. I live in Hollywood. Like you walk down the street and see Tom Hanks at the grocery store. You know what I mean? There's celebrities everywhere. So whatever. It's not doesn't bother me.
Yeah. So
miss this, and it's Garrett who goes to the final round.
Here you are.
Big hop, and it had no chance. Yes. And with that, Tanner's out.
So you were out, right?
So yeah, so I was eliminated. We did a little interview with Ginny Mai after that, which didn't make it to air, but was just kind of saying was really appreciative of being here. It was a great time. And then this is one thing I thought when I did watch the show. I'm never going to say one bad word about this show, but one thing that's a little unfortunate is Carl Barth, who also was eliminated, and myself, got to come back and play a very heated playoff competition. This got you back in the game. And for me, that was a very pivotal moment in the show. Like I got to come back from the dead and have it. You know what I mean? And it made it just kind of seem like, oh, Tanner Beard's got celebrity friends. Let's put him back in the game. I had to go earn that. And Carl's, didn't make it. And he showed great sportsmanship after that. And then he's like, hey man, you better go out and win this thing. And I really started to feel that. And then I got to play the next hole and was able to make it to the final 12. And, for me to get to do that and me not to really get to showcase how big of a pivotal moment that was a little unfortunate. As you can see in the playoff hole coming up, they just kind of were like, and while you were gone, Tanner and Carl played a hole and now they're onto the window. I'm like, poor guy, exactly. That was actually a very heated thing. It was a very, we took our time. This putt was that was the $250,000 putt to me. You know what I mean? And it was and we had to make a 10-footer to stay alive. And Carl just missed his to the left by an inch, and I was able to make mine. And that was a moment that was big to me that I felt like was a little skimmed over.
Yep. And then we're almost done with this segment, right? Because we're at the last thing, which was my favorite part of the show. And
so this tee shot here for Tanner Beard.
Windmill. So you had to first hit the ball through the double spinning windmill, right?
Yeah.
As soon as it makes it across, they drop the drawbridge, and then you have to go through, or how? Because I was a bit confused here.
Yeah, so the ball goes through, and then after that, your body has to go through both windmills. And the first one usually takes, I'd say, 95% of the people out. And then even getting through the second one's difficult, but I got my big 6'5" ass through that one, so it still hurts.
Wait, actually really still hurts? Like, are you still like...
No, I'm fine now. But I have a bad shoulder anyway, which was a lot of the reason I struggled to get up on the dock. But, you know, that definitely reminded me that I hurt my shoulder there.
I mean, that was one hell of a reminder. Here, let's check it out. And you made it through.
Did it make it?
It did. Wow, what a tee shot onto the checkered green
And
for Tanner Beard.
a gamer. Yes, look at that. Not bad for a first shot, getting it through both windows.
So what were you doing there?
So I tried to, like, time it out rhythmically, and I was like, okay, you have to trust yourself to jump into the blade, knowing that the time it took you to jump from here to there, the windmill would move. And I just completely was off by my calculations. So I jumped into the windmill blade and hit it. And after that, it paused me just long enough to get swept away by the next one.
Yep. So here we'll see.
Now,
Sorry, can you say that again?
I said my science was off.
I mean,
here's
check it
Tanner
out.
Beard as he faces the 5 blades of that first windmill.
Tanner.
See that bob back and forth? Can he find that place?
see, it's really
Tanner Beard, he's
weird
a
and
big guy trying to get
the
through
cut
those
is so
5
completely
blades.
off, but here.
The water. Oh, he is gone! What in the world was he thinking?
And that was the famous, you know, face back and then into the water, which you said was cold. So, yeah. What happened to you as soon as you got hit in the face? What was your thoughts? What was it?
I
What was
actually, I know it looks like I kind of got hit in the head or the face. I got hit in the shoulder.
Oh.
It's just by the way it looks like, you know, like here, it just kind of looks that way. But that, it took out my shoulder for sure. Because I went to the windmill and kind of like paused and then actually, I'll be damned if my hat didn't kind of hurt the situation. So my hat impeded my view. And then by that time, I was already in the water. So, but when I remember when I got booted in the water, there was like this moment of just like, ah! And I'm wet after that. So it is what it is. But when my opponent Clay, when I saw him go in the water, I knew there was going to still be a chance at competition for the hole. So
Not bad. And we see.
Stopping
You
in
can't stop in the middle.
You
What is he
cannot
doing?
hesitate like that at all.
Never stop. Never stop.
Over with the
So here you
drawbridge
go,
down.
drawbridge down.
Josh, how you feeling about this?
I'm not feeling very confident.
Tanner Beard with the head bob. There he goes. Oh, yeah.
He made it.
Oh, very well
Obviously,
done,
this
Tanner
didn't
Beard.
show.
Oh, he's a gamer.
Very well done.
No, Mom. Top 5 moments of my life.
And then it's
Myers,
just, you know,
50,000.
You put and you make it in. So
yeah, so this was actually interesting. There was, you know, there's always the internet troll out there, but so what actually happened, they cut a lot of the shows sometimes for time. You know what I mean? As far as like, okay, did he make the ball in the hole? Great. Do we need to show them going into 40 playoffs? No. Who won? Okay, boom, we got to move on. They got 100 other contestants here. So I get that. But what actually happened, just because there was some confusion, people were like, hey, his ball was over here, and then when he put, his ball was over there. So Clay and I were both line 2. Clay just missed his putt for 3, and I just missed my putt for 4. The balls rolled back down in 2 different spots. So from there, we had another chance to make the putt again. So that's why my ball was in a different location, because we actually had an extra shot on the hole. I made mine, Clay missed his. We didn't go to playoff or anything like that. We just simply took an extra stroke that was not shown on television, and then we finished the hole, which was the same result as they showed. but everybody was like, they moved his ball was over there.
Yeah.
And it's just, people looking for conspiracies or looking for something. But at the end of the day, there's a huge gaming commission. They're watching every step of the way because, it's like unlawful to come out and try to like do anything that isn't just good old fashioned competition. So
yeah, just to make sure it's not rigged or anything.
Yeah, don't worry about the haters. They hate us because they ain't us.
I don't know.
Pretty much, they hate us because they hate us. Anyways, obviously you won, right? And like you bagged 250K, $250,000.
That was the point where just to put that green jacket on at the time, that's where you win the jacket and the putter that gets you to the final 12. That was a really cool feeling because I had a lot of friends and family there again still. Josh had come back out for that hole and Ashley and a few other people. But anyway, man, just getting that jacket on, I didn't care I was soaking wet. I was just like, this is pretty cool because you can't take that jacket away once they give it to you. You earned it. So that was pretty nice.
I mean, that's amazing. It's really fun to watch. And did you enjoy yourself? Like doing it, or were you just like, oh?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't. Of course, it's a once in a lifetime kind of experience. Like, what the hell were we doing out there? You know what I mean? But for that, it was an incredible experience. And like I said, anything to bring more awareness to our nonprofit organization. That's what it's all about for me.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's true. What's your nonprofit organization?
It's the Mammoth Media Institute, which houses the Mammoth Film Festival. So we have film education programs. We run a massive festival. We're, trying to get filmmakers' movies bought and sold there. I grew up going to the indie film world. I wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for film festivals. So to be able to be a part of that is really great. And, we're in our infancy still. We're only in our third year, but we're the fastest film festival growing in the nation.
I see.
So,
all right. And how does like money like that help like a festival? Like that?
How does we don't have any money. We have to raise money throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
We're a nonprofit film festival. So
I see.
Any money that comes in, we rely on submissions. We rely on sponsors, and what we're able to do through that organization is the reason that people want to keep coming back. We sold 4 movies out there this year. I keep saying last year, 2020. Those movies are now on Netflix. You know what I mean? You can check out the Tony Hawk, pro skater documentary that world premiered at our film festival. A movie called The Vanished with Peter Facinelli. He directed that world premiered at our film festival. A movie called QT8, the first 8 movies of Quentin Tarantino. We showed never before seen footage from that documentary with some of Tarantino's cast members in tow, and the director Tara Wood. What we're doing, we're lighting it up over there, man. And just putting filmmakers with people they wouldn't normally get to be with, and it takes money to do those things, man. We run a tight ship out there. So.
I have a question. So, for example, say I made a movie, right? How do I submit my movie to be, played at the film festival?
Sure. You just go to filmfreeway.com. It's the world's largest submission platform for independent filmmakers. And just look up Mammoth Film Festival. We're open for submissions right now. Right now, we're just hoping that something happens, where we're able to have our film festival in its entirety in February. But as it goes, we're taking submissions and trying daily to figure out how to make our film festival happen in February.
Amazing.
Right.
So another question is, like, do all the movies that are submitted make it through, or do you guys actually sit, watch them, and choose?
It's a film competition, Just because you're submitted doesn't mean you're going to make it. We have a committee that chooses films. Like, not every movie gets into Sundance. Not every movie gets into South by. You know what I mean?
True.
But if you can, it means something. And that's how it is with our festival. If you get into our film festival, there's a good chance you're going to be picked up, bought and sold if you're not already, or it's become a great world premiere destination because of the press that you get at our film festival. And if you guys want to have some fun, go check out our charity celebrity bowling tournament, where we had everybody from Dennis Rodman to Rebel Wilson to Tom Felton from Harry Potter to Tony Hawk playing in it last year, and it was an absolute blast. Go check out any of our videos. We put all of our film education programs on the description. People can check them out. We're on YouTube, Mammoth Film Festival.
Awesome, yeah. Making movies.
You should put your movie in that festival, dude.
I'll submit. We'll talk.
We'll see where it goes.
We'll see where it goes. Guys, check out Two Cats. Might as well since it's lagging. Two
Yeah,
Cats.
since yeah.
OllieHagel.com. Since we're talking about movies. Two Cats.
Sorry, you lagged off again. Your internet is.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, you're
Yeah,
good.
no, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It happens a lot on the show. It's not like, you're cool. Anyways,
Yeah.
so
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your time.
Thank
We
you for your
already
time.
had, we're already over, but we want to ask you one more question.
Sure.
Yeah. What's next for Tanner Beard?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I was shooting a movie in January that I was just acting in. And it unfortunately, we were supposed to pick it back up in in April. And that's been now pushed and pushed and pushed. So I'm hoping to finish this great movie that we started. So kind of waiting on that, but we're at the beck and call. There's a virus going around. You guys
Yeah.
So kind of waiting to hear that. But in the meantime, we've done some really cool things with Tanner Beard Golf. You can go to tannerbeard.com or tannerbeardgolf.com. Check us out on Instagram. We're doing a cool golf line apparel, White Buffalo themed. And 50% of those proceeds go back to Mammoth Film Festival as well. So we're kind of embracing the golf world. It was my first love besides the motion picture business. And just having a lot of fun, man. Trying to stay busy during these crazy times. 2020 needs to pull over because I'm going to get out and walk from here. I'll tell you that. But
2021.
Yeah, so hopefully things will, pick up and fly right. But as of now, we're having a lot of fun with Tanner Beard Golf. So you guys have to check it out.
Well, best of luck.
Right.
Thanks for.
Best of luck to you.
Is there anything else you want to shout out or say before we wrap up?
Yeah, man, I appreciate talking to you guys. You guys are
That was fun.
hopefully
I had a blast.
Later, early where you're at, but appreciate your time and thanks for having me on, guys. This is a lot of fun. I haven't been a lot of polls in a while, so cool to meet. Sometimes you don't want to relive them.
I mean, if we did make you relive them and you didn't want to, we apologize. But
No,
I'm glad you enjoyed your time. We did enjoy our time too.
Yes.
Don't
forget to like, subscribe, or share.
Share the shit all
about
around
it.
the internet.
Hey, you got it.
Right.
All right.
Anyway, here's usually how we sign out. It's a salute to cover the cam and peace.
So
Wow.
every Uyghur, I'm not being exaggerating, every Uyghur that you meet, or just basically every Uyghur, at least have one family members, or at least have one person they know that they are locked up, either in prison or in concentration camps or in labor camps. At least one. And I know someone who has 89 family members are locked up.
Wow.
89. So that almost the entire family